my goodness. What's going on, YouTube? I'm sorry for my inappropriate thoughts, but I just wanted to talk about She-Hulk episode 4, and I got carried away. I got lost in my thoughts, but I definitely had to set the tone and set the mood for this one. So we're going to do this with the lights dim low. I'm going to talk about episode 4, but before I get started, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get this conversation started. So, I want to go ahead and get started and address the bullshit. I just feel like, all right, listen. So we open up with this magic act, David Blaine wannabe, magician bullshit, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this cheesy Las Vegas / California, Los Angeles shitty magician's act is this? What the fuck is this? He rides in on a fucking clip rope, looked like he was levitating. Some of the cheesiest backdoor crackerjack box magic tricks that I have ever fucking seen. And then you got his stage hands, an old black dude do the thing. I'm like, what the fuck thing? This motherfucker's got a sling ring. Where did this clown get a sling ring? And I'm instantly thinking, all right, yo, they got to address this, because how did this clown, this David Blaine reject, get a sling ring? He get this joint on the stage who's plastered off her ass, and he do this trick, send her in the background. It looked like a wasteland, a desolate wasteland. There's skulls hanging on wooden posts, and it looks bad. What the fuck are you doing with that? Where did you send her and all of this? Then we flash forward to Nepal, and she falls into Wong's little hut. He trying to watch his show, chill out. She show up. Instantly, I'm like, awesome, more Wong, great. But then I'm like, I don't know if I like this part, because now you just throwing Wong in, and now you're telling us a backstory with Wong and a whole nother person we've never heard of. And you're trying to force Wong into the episode now. Last week was cool. This week I thought they was going to bring somebody different. But we back to Wong. Now, I don't know if it's going to, Monkey Bar like swing into another character for episodes 5 and 6. But we got Hulk, Wong / Meg Thee Stallion. And I don't know where this is going to go. Because needless to say, I was a little disappointed with the intro. It was okay intro, and she said something about she made a pact with a mystic goat or something, and I'm like, a goat? Now, for those of you viewing this, when you view it, just know at the moment of this recording, Tiny has not seen Thor: Love and Thunder. I will rectify that issue after the recording and posting of this video, but I do remember hearing about a goat. Don't know if it's relevant, don't know if it's a thing, but I feel like I know I wrote it down in my notes. I gotta watch Thor ASAP because of this fucking goat. Now, initially I was like, yo, I don't fuck with these baggy ass suits she be wearing. Because she was just hulking out, switching her suit, busting out the suit, and the first time she hulked out and beat Titania, her suit it ripped. But after that, it didn't rip. And then when she got the gig at the spot, GL and H and K and all the rest of the letters, I just felt like I didn't like the baggy suit thing at first. I didn't like it because I'm like, yo, why does she look like a kid in her parents' clothes? I don't fuck with that. But I get it now. I don't know why it took me 4 episodes to get that. Like, I understood it, but Hulk told her straight up, yo, spandex. So instantly I'm like, all right, I get it now. Now I can move on about how irritated I was with that whole deal. And, yeah, I guess I'm okay. But for whatever reason, her friend in this episode was it was very little substance. Okay? Very little substance. So I'm going to keep this as short as possible. But it was little substance to me. And the fact that, now we got Wong who's trying to get a hold of Jen so she can handle his case. But the whole time, Jen trying to get some action. And it flowed, but it didn't flow for me. You know what I mean? Like, it just, It seemed like another filler episode. It just felt like there's no destination for this. And I feel like with Miss Marvel, this, Eternals, a couple other Marvel movies and shows, they're just doing certain things, writing creative, funny, cheesy, campy scripts for certain things just to introduce certain elements, certain characters, certain things about the show or about that character or about that entity as like a franchise thing, just to introduce them. Because we know at one point in time, the all new Ultimate Avengers or whatever they call has She-Hulk on it. There is no Hulk because Hulk is off planet, which leads me to believe that's going to be a thing. I saw a screenshot where it showed Hulk got the stubble and they put it next to Old Man Hulk. I call him Old Man Hulk. Maestro. And I'm like, that'd be dope. Planet Hulk would be dope. World War Hulk would be dope. But I don't feel like this is that. I feel like this is going to incorporate her as the next CGI being in the Avengers franchise. But anyway, we got her creating a match profile or a matcher profile at the beginning of the episode as just Jen. She ain't getting no likes, no comments, no subscribes. She ain't getting no swipes. And then when she finally do, they a whole bunch of nuts. Oh my gosh. So we get through the dating profile, right? And she going through this, and the first couple scumbags, I'm like, oh, they scumbag. The whole first guy, he wasn't even paying attention. The second one, he's like a writer or some shit. I'm like, all right, whatever. The third guy seemed like a straight up fanboy, straight. He was a fanboy, a weeb, whatever you want to call him, dweeb, weeb, whatever you want to call him. He was a straight up geek. Anyway, we get to the dweeb, we get past him, and I'm like, yo, he seems suspicious. He real interested in her skin and interested in her being. And I thought back to the Power Rangers from last week, where I'm like, yo, they try and break her skin with the needle, blah, blah, blah. And it didn't pan out that way. Because she was like, did you just call me a specimen? She called her. Now I get what he was saying, because, I think my lady's a fine specimen. But her being She-Hulk, I understand why she was like, nah, we done. Then we get to the one ball. I think it was before him, though. Before him, it was the one where they both got this reach for the wallet scene with the Bill Kane. They got this standoff where they like, he pull out his keys and bounce. She pull out the wallet. I'm like, yo, he's a skunk. Like, who are these douchebags, yo? How did you even... He walk away talking about, yeah, she's about a 6. Huh? Like, what? Yo, fuck you. Then we get to the last dude who seemed overly confident, overly chill, overly... Like, wasn't too masculine. Like, that first dude was comparing, like, yo, how much can you bench? A literal ton. How much can you... About 600. He seemed overly roid ragey, and nah, that wasn't it. So we go back to the doctor. To fast forward, he a kid's doctor. At first, Jen was not interested at all. Then she like, oh, well, let's talk about, what do you do? I'm a kid's doctor. Oh, interesting. He said, but let's talk about you. Yeah, you want to split these fries? She like, yeah, let's get them to go. Man, She-Hulk talking about something. You gonna split these cheeks or nah? Get these fries to go. Then she's sitting there having a date. Now Wong is now entrenched in a battle because the fucking David Blaine knockoff that I don't understand why this was a thing, opened a portal because he was doing a show, fucked up and had a demon come out the portal, out of an egg, out of one portal. Then he tried to send it to another portal, open up a dimension where it was fucking demons all over the place. He done fucked some shit up. Now Wong is in a battle. He like, yo, call my lawyer. And he in a battle trying to get her. She's trying to get some special attention. And I just feel like I don't like it. But we finally got to see her in fighting form, I guess, other than knocking the heads together, construction workers. And Titania, that was a one-hitter quitter, put her down. But I just felt like we got to see it finally. The problem I had with it was definitely not that purple dress, because she had on that purple dress. But the problem I had with it was, How come they doing all this fighting, all this talking, all this rumbling, and Wong do this portal suction thing? Why the fuck he ain't do that in the first goddamn place, clear that room up? Because he was able to open the portal and say, why are you not picking up your mobile device? Oh, I see why. Kill a couple demons, move a couple demons. They don't die. They get up, they multiply, whatever. But you had time to do all this talking while you was mystic art and shit. While you doing all of that. But why didn't you create this fucking suction tunnel? Anyway, I feel like that was just like, not really, I can't even call it plot armor. I just felt like it was just written for comedic, I don't fucking know. It just felt wrong to me for him to interrupt the date, and then all of that was negated by him just doing the portal anyway, just to send her back and land on homeboy like, huh? I'm like, oh, she about to get in for real. And that's a for sure right on. Scoops him up and walks him out the room. Then the morning after, she on making some freshly squeezed juice. I bet she is. She got her juice squeezed out. Cause he come out the room like, yo, who are you? I'm Jen. I'm Hulk, but just Jen. I'm in human form, blah, blah, blah. And he went straight to scumbag mode, man. Hit it and quit it, man. Oh, well, you keep my sweater. I don't even care about that. I'm going to go ahead and roll out. I'm like, yo, use a whole scumbag for that, Mr. Children's Doctor. Then get the doorbell ring. I'm like, oh, he came back. He came here, change of heart. Maybe he was like, all right, I left too soon. You know, it went crazy. I didn't mean to do it like that. Maybe he coming back, right? Nah. How you going to process serve a lawyer and act like she not going to know what the fuck it is? Like, is this Jen Wong? Yeah, I know a process server. Like, what do you want? Like, serve him up. Serve her. Then Titania got her case about She-Hulk, this. Listen, she's like, that's who I am. Oh my gosh. That whole fucking thing was just like, really at the end of the episode, this is some bullshit. But whatever. Just for Jen to break the fourth wall again and talk to us as the viewer and be like, yo, I bet you didn't expect that episode to go like that. It's kind of a shitty way to end the episode. But maybe there's a funny or something tag and blah, blah, blah. I thought that part was awesome. And if memory serves correctly, I got to go back and look at them. But she has more interaction with the viewer or the reader in the comics than some of the other characters who have broken the fourth wall. I think that's why they've written the script this way, and I enjoy it, but I think that's why they've written the script this way, because that's who she is. That's how she is. That's the way it is. So anybody got a problem with She-Hulk, got a problem with me. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. But before I do, let's talk about this tag real quick. Wong sitting there with a little... not really a boo thing. She done spoiled every single episode of The Sopranos for him. And for me, you done ruined the show for me. I don't want to see it no more because the drunk chick on Spring Break done messed it up for me. And now she's sitting there with quote-unquote Wongers talking about drinks and this. I'm like, all right, that kind of is like the shawarma tag from, what was that, Age of Ultron or one of them films where they were just like, you want to get shawarma? They get shawarma and they just sitting there eating. Don't nobody say nothing. That's what that felt like to me. I'm like, all right, well, it wasn't fun. It didn't lead me to believe anything else. It didn't lead me to say, I can't wait till now. I mean, it did say, can't wait till next week, but it didn't give me the typical MCU, oh, what do that mean? Or we found Thor's hammer, or, you know, it didn't give me that same wait till next week vibe. It just was there. And a lot of the tags in Marvel films are not, they're meant for the story. That's why we go see shit. But it didn't feel like that's what that was there for. That was just a fun little, you know, more Wong on the screen, more drunk Spring Break girl on the screen. But what he did say, he said they got some vodka and goat's milk or lamb's milk, sheep's milk, one Billy Goat Gruff milk. Either way, he got some vodka and some kind of milk from leftover from the wedding. And I'm trying to figure, like, what wedding? What did I miss? Because he wasn't at 616 Doctor Strange. He wasn't at that wedding. What wedding? So again, I don't know if that has anything to do with Thor because I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to try to watch it. But what wedding? I don't know. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short right there. I kind of enjoyed the episode, not as much as last week, but I feel like they're trickling off. Not so much because there's less Hulk, actual Hulk, but because of how some of the, I don't know, this episode was a little more cheesy than last week. But, you know, we're going to hope for the best. I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to stop watching it. I'll say that. I'm not going to stop watching it. It was a good episode. But it was just okay compared to the last 3 weeks. But until next time, like and comment and subscribe. Comment down below. Comment down below if you would date She-Hulk. If you would date She-Hulk, you know, comment down below. If she came across your profile, and would you swipe? Whichever way is yes. Would you do that? Until next time, follow me on all socials at Tiny Tim Gaming 3 and here on YouTube and on Facebook at Tiny Tim Gaming. Any questions, comments, concerns about the stream, about the live, about the videos I post, go ahead and email me at tinytimgaming3@gmail.com. And until next time, it's your boy Tiny. Out.